Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at it with some more NBA content. I'm stepping away from football, like I said last video, on my Larry Bird stepping down as GM from the Pacers. But right now, I want to talk about the NBA playoffs and the second round and what I think's going to happen. Last round was very exciting. We had some great series. One second. We had some great series going on, and I think that the second round is going to be even more exciting with the Wizards beating the Hawks last night, and also the sorry, I'm losing track of what I'm doing right now. But also with the Spurs beating the Grizzlies, I think that we have some great series coming up, and I want to talk about it. So I think we should start with the first series that's going to happen, and that will be the Spurs versus the I'm sorry, the Spurs versus the Rockets. This is going to be a very exciting series, very high and slow pace series. The Spurs like to play defense, and they like to play. They like to share the ball, while the Rockets like to play a high paced, shoot threes, no D type of game plan. And I think that this plans for a very exciting series. I think that the Rockets, with their 3-point shooting, their very fast, like non-stop offense, I think that I think they're gonna get shut down. Actually, I think Popovich is too good of a coach, and I think that Kawhi Leonard guarding James Harden is gonna slow him down, and I think his productivity isn't gonna be as high as it usually is. So I'm gonna have the and Kawhi Leonard has also been just a monster. If you watched I think it was game 5, the Spurs versus the Grizzlies, he could not miss. He was just nailing every shot to close the game. He was not going to have the Spurs lose, even though Marc Gasol had an amazing shot to win. He did not want to lose that game. And I think that Kawhi Leonard's killer mentality is here. Tony Parker stepping up, and LaMarcus Aldridge just being LaMarcus Aldridge is going to lead the Spurs past the Rockets in 6 games. Next series in the playoffs, I am going to, let's see, the Wizards versus the Celtics. This is a good series coming up. The Wizards have been playing very well. They struggled a little against the Hawks, which is surprising because they were so good. But Markieff Morris, not Marcus. Markieff Morris played very well. He locked Paul Millsap down, and he just had an overall great series. John Wall he's the second best player in the East now. Come on, you cannot keep defending Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, maybe Isaiah Thomas, maybe, but he doesn't play defense because of his short stature. But I think that John Wall is just amazing. I have to tip my hat to him, and he's just like like John Wall's just amazing. He averaged 30 and 10 in the playoffs. He single-handedly carried them with Bradley Beal and Markieff Morris. And let's talk about the Celtics. The Celtics, they just need help. They're a good regular season team, but when people get more physical, their players start to crumble. They don't have the physicality. They don't have the identity to play playoff basketball. Honestly, in my opinion, they were gonna lose to the Bulls in about 6 or 5 games, but Rondo got hurt. So, but I believe the Wizards will take this series in about 5 games. I have no faith in the Celtics to carry it out. They don't play playoff basketball. They don't have any great bigs. They can't rebound, and Isaiah Thomas is their only star. So I believe that the Wizards will carry the series to 5 games, 6 at most, but I cannot see the Celtics going on to the conference finals. I think it's going to be interesting in the conference finals. I'm going to have the Cavs versus the Wizards, but I'm going to save that for my next prediction video. What's the next series? It's the Cavs versus the Raptors. This is going to be interesting. The Raptors have been playing very. Kyle Lowry does not show up in the playoffs. They've been playing very badly. I don't want to say bad. I want to say like mediocre. That's a good word for it. They've been showing up when they need to, but they have no flow in their game. If you know what I mean, like they can't get something going for long periods of time. I know DeMar DeRozan had a game where he missed every shot. He didn't score one field goal all game. He only had 8 free throws, which was very bad. Lowry, he played very poorly in the Bucks series. They couldn't stop Giannis. Giannis is going to carry the NBA. What Giannis is going to be a great player, and they could not find a way to stop him. It was just Giannis and Chris Middleton versus them, and they couldn't figure a way to stop him. And the last, oh yeah, what was it? I'm gonna have the Cavs winning in 5. This is an easy prediction, and I have no faith in the Raptors. Just like the Celtics, they can't play playoff basketball in the final. They have a great team, but I don't see them doing anything. So, Cavs in 5. Next, let's see. That series is not set yet, but it's going to be the Warriors versus the Clippers or the Jazz. And that game is tomorrow night. So I'm going to predict who's going to win the Jazz versus Clippers, and then I'm going to predict the series. I believe the Jazz are going to win this series in 7 because the Jazz, they have all their players mostly healthy. I know Derek Favors has been hobbling around on one leg, but he's still effective and he still can get the job done. And I don't believe that the Clippers can get anything really going without Blake Griffin. I know Chris Paul is putting his heart and soul into this, but I just don't see how the Clippers are going to get this done. So I have Jazz in 7. Then let's go to the Warriors versus Jazz series that I'm predicting. The Warriors are just they're too good. This is just bullshit. The Thunder should have KD on their team right now, and KD's a fucking traitor, bullshit pussy. He's just pisses me off every time I have to talk about this, but KD is honestly just. I have no respect for someone that leaves their team and goes to the winning team that beat them, and it's just I have no respect for KD anymore. Warriors in 6. The Jazz just don't have the star power to handle the Warriors, but Warriors are very good, and I think they're gonna go win the championship. Just a little sneak peek for future videos, but yeah, the Warriors are too good. They're flowing on all cylinders. They're just, who's gonna stop them in the West? Who's gonna stop them in the East? No one. They play defense. They have a great coach. Unless some major injury happens, Warriors are gonna win this. I'm gonna have the Warriors in 5 games win against the Utah Jazz, and I'll do my next recap next round, and I will see y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, and turkey.